All right. Here with Ewing after her third round at the Evian Championship, 64. Just talk a little bit about how it went out there. Lots of birdies on the scorecard.
Yeah, so funny enough, it was a unique warm-up, just waiting for tee times. And mentally, I had planned for like 10:45, so I ended up on the range for way longer than I usually would have, but just kind of paced myself. And I got out to the first hole. I made like a really good 10 to 12 footer for par, which, you know, to get out to a start like that. And then I get to hole 12 and get up and down. I had to lay it up from a fairway bunker and made like a 10 to 12 footer for par. So I just kind of got rolling after that and finally hit fairways. I trusted my ball striking, was able to get some putts to roll in. And yeah, really happy with the day.
And what kind of confidence does that give you heading into the next round as well? Just seeing a lot of those putts drop, especially out here at a major championship course.
Yeah, I think it means a lot. I mean, this golf course, you're certainly going to get some holes that you can get it close, but like, I mean, there are pins that they can tuck into just like these small little bowls or, you know, tiers or whatever, like the hole on one. You just got such a small margin for miss to actually have a really good look for birdie. So it's kind of a patience game, and then if you're able to roll in, you know, a couple of 20 footers or something like that, it certainly is a good fuel for your day to see some putts like that go in. So yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow. I don't know where I'll be at the end of the day, but it's another Sunday at a major that you know, I hope I can close well.
And last question, then I'll pop over to you. But we were just talking about one of your lowest rounds, if not the lowest round out here on the LPGA. You've had a lot of great finishes. What's it like to see that score as well after you putting in all the work?
Yeah, I think anytime you get an under par score at a major, it feels really good. You know, Evian's very unique in terms of our major championships, so you know, you probably see more, you know, lower scores here and there here at this golf course, but it's also, you know, such a fine line from really good golf to, you know, a couple bounces. I had some really fortunate bounces today on a couple shots that led to good birdies, but you know, on a different golf course, they might have, you know, ended up in the bunker or something like that. So you know, good fortune is good occasionally, but certainly good golf takes care of itself out here.
How much are you leaning on Kurt too and some of these green reads? I mean, these greens are unreal, undulated.
Yeah, funny enough, my entire professional career, I've been a solo green reader, so I read greens by myself. I rely a lot on aim point, and you can get, I think these greens are really tricky too because you're on the side of a mountain, so you're looking, you know, you look down and you know, there's lake however far down, and you look up and there's just mountains, so it can be kind of easy to get thrown off if you just use your eyes. So I lean a lot on my aim point that I feel, which I use on a weekly basis.
That's pretty cool. What's been hitting differently for you physically and mentally out here? I mean, you've played stellar golf in the last like month and a half.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel, you know, I don't know if chill is a really good word, but kind of just a lot of trust and patience in my game, and kind of, you know, good golf happens, but certainly, you know, bad shots are going to come. I'm not expecting to go play a perfect round, but I'm just enjoying myself, enjoying my walks. Kurt and I are really good course managers, so, you know, assessing when risk is worth it, and just being really smart about that. And I think, like I said, I've always trusted my ball striking, but seeing putts go in the last, you know, month or so has been really good for my confidence.
What does it mean to be able to translate your game from a place like Lancaster to a place like Sally to a place like Evian? I mean, what does that tell you about just how good maybe your ball striking is, or even your putting is at this point in the season?
Yeah, I feel like it's all the above. I mean, it took me a long time to win on tour. It took me probably even a long time to just, you know, kind of feel comfortable and settle in. I would probably even say I was a late bloomer for college golf too. So yeah, I think it's just kind of, you know, trusting my game and knowing what that looks like. Not trying to be someone else. Not feeling like I have to do more than I have. It's just kind of, you know, knowing what my game is capable of, and then just let it happen. Don't try to force anything. And certainly, yeah, I've been playing great golf. I think that's just fact, and I acknowledge that. So, you know, that doesn't guarantee a good score tomorrow. Each day is going to be completely different. I certainly carry a lot of confidence into tomorrow.
And then this last one for me, sorry.
No, you're good.
Going into tomorrow, you know, you look at, you don't ever want to lose the top 10 in a major, but really it's go for broke at this point. You're chasing, trying to make up some ground. Do you let yourself attack a little bit more? I know this golf course is so tricky, but do you let yourself have a little bit more of that go for broke mentality, or do you just kind of stick to the game plan and keep the P's and Q's?
Not really. I mean, I use decade golf. I'm probably, I warm up with a metronome. I do a lot of weird things. It's okay. But like I use decade golf on the golf course, and it basically, you know, assesses the yardage and, you know, what you're kind of, you know, if you think of shotgun pattern, you know, what your miss is, and, you know, you just kind of play to really smart numbers. Now this golf course, like you said, is unique, so, you know, there are certainly holes and hole locations where I might be more aggressive, but if it tells me to look, you know, 3, 4 yards, 5 yards right of it, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love that you acknowledge it. People don't acknowledge when they play, like, they're like playing